This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Fighting Spirit Green Ranger versus Mighty Morphin Putty. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a window box packaging, with an image of the Green Ranger on the left and an image of the Putty on the right. Turning the box around, we can see a 3D image of both figures. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here are both figures out of the box. And oh man, these are two figures that a lot of us were dying to get in the Lightning Collection. A lot of us love the Green Ranger, but a lot of us for many years have been dying to get a good Putty figure in our collections. And we finally have them. But before we take a closer look at both figures, let's take a closer look at their accessories. So this set does come with a good amount of accessories. Starting off, we get multiple arm attachments for the Putty, a blast effect for the Putty, an unhelmeted Tommy head, a green lightning effect, 4 interchangeable hands, the dragon dagger, and the Sword of Evil. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at the Green Ranger and Putty.
It's Morpin time!
Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Green Ranger first, and really cool, we finally get a Green Ranger in the Lightning Collection, one that I know everyone has been dying to get. But the thing is, this is not, I guess, the more traditional Green Ranger. This is their, what is it called, a Dragon Spirit Ranger, or Green Ranger, whatever it may be. Anyways, it's still pretty cool. I do like it quite a bit. Now, the head sculpt itself looks awesome. I love the helmet. I think the helmet came out great, dude. The paint apps and all that look really clean on that. And I know not everyone is a fan of the silver on the top of the fin. You know, I actually always did like that. Of course, it's not traditional to the original Green Ranger look, but I still like it. And again, this is more, I want to say like the more American version of the Green Ranger, which I'm cool with, but again, it will still be cool, and I'm sure they will come out with a single packed, more traditional Green Ranger, which I'm totally cool with, and it's going to happen if we get variants and things like that. So everything else about this guy looks really nice. For the most part, the paint looks pretty good. I do like it. It all looks really nice. I will say that the gold on his armor right here is a little yellow. It's like here, I'll show you this. I have the Legacy Gold, or excuse me, Green Ranger here, and you can see the gold on the armor. I always thought was incredible. And looking at the Lightning Collection one here, it's more yellow than I would prefer. I love this gold, and this one's not terrible by any means. I just wish it was this more metallic gold like that, so you can really see the difference there. Since they will most likely be coming out with a single carded Green Ranger later on, I kind of feel like I'll end up painting this more of that metallic gold. Now, if we compare him to the Armored Red Ranger from the San Diego exclusive pack, you can see it pretty much is the exact same armor, same type of yellow too, the same forearms with the bands. All looks really cool, and I love seeing these two side by side. Man, Hasbro is killing it with these Power Ranger figures. I absolutely love what they're doing here. Now, some things to note. For those of us who are pretty much like diehard Ranger fans, again, the silver on the helmet is not traditional. He's supposed to have a gold morpher. This is more of the standard morpher, so I'm not sure if a more traditional one will come with a gold morpher. Then his holster is white for the dragon dagger, where like the Armored Red Ranger has the black holster. You can see that. So it's supposed to be black, but you know, for the life of me, I cannot remember if on the show when he wore like this particular look that it's white. So I'm assuming that's why they gave him a white holster. So that's just something to note. And I will say I have a little bit of issues with the paint on things like the forearms. I don't know if you could tell, but the green on the forearm itself, you can tell this whole forearm section was cast in white, and they painted the green here. It might not show up on my camera too much, but you can tell it is a different green than the rest of the mold of the actual figure, and you can kind of see in certain areas, let me see, like right there, the green showing from underneath the gold over that, like so. So I wish that was actual sculpted line. I get why they didn't do that and they just tampoed it on. Totally get that to save money, but you know, it could have been a little cleaner. I wish the gold was on there a little thicker. Everything else about the figure looks awesome, man. I love this. Just looks really, really good. So we do get a really good amount of accessory for this pack, so let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so as far as his accessories go, we do get an extra unhelmeted Tommy head sculpt, which is really cool. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks pretty good, and you can still tell that it looks like Tommy. Probably not like a straight-on look of the figure looks great like that, but overall it does look really nice. And you can just take this off like so, just via a little ball peg like that, and take the Tommy head and put it on. And I did notice that the Tommy head itself is a little more tighter and snug than the actual helmet head, so it holds on there very tight, and you can see he does have the little ponytail, which is rad, and I just think that's cool, dude. That's something that you definitely want for a Tommy figure. So let's go ahead and pop that off like so, and put that Green Ranger helmet back on. And I love that they can actually do that, because then you could pose them with the the standard head, and then have him like holding the helmet under their arms. Like, I love how they're doing with that with all the Rangers, which is pretty cool. So we do get some extra hands here. So we got a close-fisted hand that you can see right there on his left side, and then we have a more dragon dagger plain hand, which is pretty cool. I love that a lot. And we also do have the actual dragon dagger itself. Really, really nice here. Let me get my camera to focus on that. That looks really good. We can see, I'm gonna take the dragon dagger from the Red Ranger here, and we could see if they're really any different right there. So they look about the same. The paint looks about the same. No real difference. San Diego one is on the top, and the standard Green Ranger one is on the bottom. So again, they're about the same. They're not really any different. They both look pretty good, and I love that they give us this type of like dragon dagger plain hand like so, and you can get him in those poses. Somebody in the Dragon Zord doing that whole sound effect, which I just think is really cool, man. Love that a lot. So again, stores in that little holster right there, and it stores in there very nice. I like that a lot. We also do get this more karate chopping hand, which works out nice. Then we also do get an actual gripping hand for his right side. Now these just slide out via a very long peg on there, and some people don't like that. I actually really do like that, because it helps them hold on there very well. So you can get that on like so. And then we can get him holding things like his dragon dagger right there. So very, very nice. We also do get his evil power sword, or evil sword, the sword of evil. I forgot what this is called. Yeah, sword of evil, right? I think that's what it's called. But anyways, that looks really cool. I love the fact that we're getting that. The handle, the tassel, the paint on that all looks really, really good. What a great piece. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in my SH Figuarts one right here. So if we can take this off from the SH Figuarts, check this out. How big of a difference this is from the SH Figuarts to the one from Hasbro. Now, of course, you can't really compare them, since they are one's an import, one's a very what do you call it, more traditional release. But the price difference is crazy. But you can see how the SH Figuarts one is actually a lot bigger than the Hasbro one. And that's a little weird, because the SH Figuarts figure itself is smaller than the Lightning Collection figures. So kind of interesting. So if you really wanted to, you could take the dagger off and take this SH Figuarts sword if you want to, and hold that in there. And I think that actually looks a lot better, just because it's a more detailed sword and whatnot. So if you want to do that, and it holds in there pretty good. You know, it's a little loose, not terrible, but you get it in there and it's not going to come off. So I think it's pretty cool if you wanted to pose it like that. So just an option. Now, one thing I wish that this figure had come with, a second gripping hand for his left side. It only comes with the gripping hand for his right side, because, you know, evil Green Ranger dual wielded the dragon dagger and the evil sword, so it didn't come with a left hand. It's a little disappointing. So what I want to try is take off that hand, and I do have a gripping hand from some of the other Ranger figures. Should be able to just pop right on like so. So that way you can take the dragon dagger like so, and then take the evil sword like that. So let's get that on there. And yeah, that works out pretty good. Now you can do that whole thing where he like crosses the dagger and the sword and like shoots lasers and stuff. And yeah, you could totally do that. So I love the fact that we're able to interchange parts. Even if he didn't specifically come with that gripping hand, if you have one of the other figures that does, easily change them out and hold them on like so. But what's also cool, we got this really awesome like green lightning effect, which is pretty rad. And it's a nice soft gummy type of plastic, which is really cool, really nice and pliable. And you can like slide this over the sword. You kind of have to like finagle it a bit to get on there and position it right around on the sword, but you can do it, and it works out great, dude. That's so awesome. Just what a cool piece. I love that a lot. So lots of cool accessories just with this figure alone. Alright, so let's go ahead and run down his articulation real quick. The head does rotate left and right, up and down on a disc hinge. It rolls around a tiny bit, but not that much. Arms go full 360, up and out that far. There's a nice butterfly joint in there, rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a ball peg in the midsection, so that rolls around, rotates left and right, pivot side to side, crunch back and forth, and then we do get an actual ab crunch right there. So it crunches all the way forward like so, all the way back like that. So nice, good motion in there. Hip joints can kick forward that much, back, kinda. Do the splits about that far, rotation in the upper thigh. We got double jointed knees that bend all the way up there, rotation at the boot, ankle joints that will go up and down, and a very nice ankle rocker. So I love what they're doing over there with Hasbro with these Ranger figures. He's awesome, dude. You know, he does have a few things that I kind of complain about, but overall, what a great Green Ranger figure. Alright, now let's take a closer look at this Putty, which in my opinion is the main event of this 2-pack. And holy cow, we finally have a good Putty action figure. That's something we just never got in any Power Ranger toy line. There's been a couple that have been okay, but nothing great, and we finally have a really cool Putty, and I'm super excited about this more than I probably should be over things like the Green Ranger. But that head sculpt looks so good, dude. How super Putty is that? That looks freaking rad, dude. The red eyes, the sculpt of that weird mouth, and yeah, just a fun toy, man. What a great looking piece. Like, how cool is that we're finally getting good Putties? I know I'm gonna repeat that a lot, man, but that's something a lot of us Ranger toy collectors have always wanted, and they always made that weird sound and like, yeah, like so goofy, but they're such fun characters. And you know, if you love Mighty Morphin and all that, these were big mainstays in the show. The paint apps all look great with those like weird tiger stripes and things like that, or cracks and stones. I don't know what you wanted to call those. A little belt buckle looks really good. Everything about this figure looks fantastic, dude. Nice gray boots. All looks really good. Now I'm pretty sure, from what I could tell, it looks like the body itself is just a Power Ranger suit. The way it looks, you know, the folds of the costume and things like that. You know, just but decoed out to look like a Putty, which works perfectly, and I'm totally okay with that. It does work out great. Now, I love the detail in things like these hands here. You can really see how they have that like rock detail, and the stone with that wash in there looks so good. Got this more fist on this side. I love that, dude. That looks so good. Again, we're finally getting a good Putty figure, and Hasbro, I think, did a great job with that. But what's even better, we got interchangeable parts for it, so you can actually pop these off at the forearm here, like so. These are a fairly soft, pliable plastic. They're a little rubbery, so that's really good. You can take that off and take that one off here, so like that. Now you can have it like the Rangers chopped his arms off, doing that whole kind of thing, you know what I mean? But we got this big, beefy, like boulder arm, because some of the Putties did have that, and you can see how the hand is kind of like formed into this like boulder, which is really cool. Again, the stonework in there looks awesome, dude. I love that. Then we also do get this bladed arm you can put on this side, and again, you can see how like the hand formed into a blade. I just think that's so dope. What a great freaking Putty action figure, man. That is something we have needed for years, and we're finally getting this Lightning Collection, and oh man, I'm so happy Hasbro bought out the Power Rangers, because Bandai America over there was just giving us garbage for so many years, and now we're getting some good stuff here. But we also got this little burst effect that you could attach to the tip of that blade part, like when they're slashing, and then whenever they would like get chops in or hits in, you get this like quick little explosion of like fireworks when they would slash at each other. So that's basically what that's supposed to be. I think that's really cool. And again, all these Ranger toys come up with so many accessories and effect pieces. Man, they are making my Dream Ranger figures. And again, Hasbro, damn it, thank you so much. I love every bit of this. So very cool overall figure with a ton of cool accessories. Okay, so now I want to run down his articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, so that rolls around pretty good. It does turn left and right, up and down that far, and pivot side to side a little bit. Arms can go full 360, up and out that far. We do get a very nice butterfly joint that allows them to go all the way back, forward about that much. Works very, very well. Rotation at the bicep, we got a double jointed elbow. Rotation at the wrist there, that goes for all the different hands and interchangeable forearms and things like that. We get a ball peg at the midsection, so that rolls around, does turn left and right, pivot side to side, crunches back and forth, and then we do get an individual ab crunch right there, so it crunches forward that much and back all the way that far. We also do get hip joints, hip kick forward that much, back that far, up the splits about that much, rotation in that upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee that works like so, rotation at the boot, ankle joints go up and down, very far like so, there we go, and a very good ankle rocker. So overall, I love this putty. He is incredible, and pack him in with a really dope Green Ranger figure. Man, I think I've already said it like 8 times, Hasbro is making killer Power Ranger figures, and I'm so happy that we're finally getting awesome things like this for our collections. So for a quick size comparison, here they are sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Green Ranger comparison, here he is standing next to the original Green Ranger figure, the Legacy Collection one, and the SH Figuarts version. And for your Lightning Collection comparison, here they are standing next to the SDC exclusive Armored Red Ranger and Zeo Gold Ranger. And just for fun, here they are standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Fighting Spirit Green Ranger, and Mighty Morphin Putty. Now overall, I freaking love this set. The Green Ranger might have a few paint issues, but other than that, he is awesome. I love the articulation. The paint overall is pretty good. His accessories and interchangeable parts are incredible. But for me, that putty is the money piece of this set. I freaking love that thing, and I know a lot of us longtime Power Ranger collectors have been wanting an amazing putty figure, and we're finally getting it from Hasbro. Now we're hoping that the future will give us a single carded putty, or maybe even a 2-pack of multiple putties, because I know a lot of us want to army build those guys, but I think both of these are absolutely incredible, and if you love the Rangers like I do, then they are definitely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I. May the power protect you, always.